And thank you to HELP for this opportunity where patients can get together with doctors and other parts of the medical ecosystem. Well, my topic is using the internet to create informed or educated patients. So the first thing is, why are we talking about the internet? In today's session, we've heard a lot of doctors, a lot of other specialists talk about how communication is so important. How communication is very important in the patient-doctor relationship, or should I say the patient-healthcare relationship. Now, this is for reference, Marshall McLuhan, I would say that he was a visionary. He in 1964 said that our current and future technologies which create a global village. Fast forward to today, 2010, we do have a global village and it's called the World Wide Web. Now, the WWW, the World Wide Web or the internet, however you want to call it, its major benefit is its pervasiveness. It enables anybody on it to access information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Now, for the benefit of this discussion, we will be talking about the consumer of the internet to be just the patient and nobody else. What the internet can do, we're talking about a potential now. We're not talking about something which exists today, and we're definitely not talking about something which is like guaranteed tomorrow. We're just talking about a possibility. The possibility is that the internet can give the ability to the patient to break down the traditional barrier of power. And how it does this is by providing the patient with all sorts of information. Now, before I go ahead with talking about the good things about the internet and how the internet can help everybody and how the world is going to become a safer place, let's just talk about what the internet cannot do. Okay? Now, in my experience, I've met a lot of doctors who've actually looked at me in the face and said, how can you talk this? I know it's not true. So before we get to the stuff that I believe the internet can do, I will provide the disclaimers. The internet cannot cure you. You want cure? Go to your doctor. Your doctor can cure you, your hospital can cure you, but the internet cannot cure you. The internet cannot force you to take your pills. A lot of people talk about these SMS services, alerting systems, their information. They will not force a patient to take his pills. The internet will not help you and it will not prevent you from taking the wrong medication. It will simply advise you. That's it. Very important, the internet will not prevent a surgeon from mistakenly operating on the wrong knee. I added the word by mistake, right? Yeah. And definitely the internet will not prevent a mishap in surgery. So we've talked about the things the internet cannot do. So why should we use it? Well, the first reason for using the internet is that it's a fast and very efficient tool for information. It can provide a patient with clear-cut information about the risks involved with something, as well as the various options available to the person. I mean, this is true with respect to any consumer of the internet, the doctor, the patient, or whatever it is. But as I said, for this conversation, we are just talking about patients. Second, I've already mentioned this before, and I think I will mention it again during the course of this presentation. It's a pervasive medium. It can be reached out anywhere. I mean, I can be sitting in Jalgaon and I can access the internet. The same information that I'm getting in Bombay, I will get the same information in Pune. I will get the same information in Jalgaon. I will get the same information in Bangalore. It's inexpensive. Now, when we say the word inexpensive, what I mean is relatively. You can question me back and saying, how can you say the internet is cheap? My broadband provider takes so much money for me every month. Well, when I say inexpensive, I mean it's an inexpensive source of information. Think about it. If you're supposed to get to read about a new topic, you have to attend a conference, pay 5,000 rupees to attend the conference, but you can actually attend that conference through the web. You can get that same information that you will get by attending a lecture for which you are paying 25,000 rupees for a 2-day seminar. You can get the same information on the internet through the blogs or through articles written by the same author. So the information is an inexpensive medium of information. it's collaborative. Now this is a very, very important point. When I say it's collaborative, what I basically mean to say is that you have a layer called communication, which Dr. Sarela spoke about, with Parag talked about, with Dr. Datar talked about. There's a layer of communication which allows things to happen. Collaboration is one layer above communication. We're using communication between different elements to actually create new information. For example, we've heard, I think Mr. Yadav speak about the need of patient community groups. When patients collaborate on the internet, you can create an online community. You can actually share your experiences across geographical boundaries too. You can have a doctor treating somebody in a certain way in Delhi, another doctor treating somebody in a different way in Bombay. Patients in Delhi and Bombay can talk about this. And that's creation of information. It's not information which is available at hand. And that can happen through collaboration. Another very important thing about the internet, why we should use it, is that it's self-adjusting. A lot of people will point out the fact that you will find web pages or websites where the information is not up to the mark. I mean, I can go on and say that some of them are actually writing blatant lies. But that's the beauty of the internet, that it's self-adjusting. Such a website will not get popular. Such a page where there is blasphemous information will not get popular. The internet will adjust itself in such a manner because there is the entire world contributing to it. So let's take the case of Google. Google is a great search engine. In many years ago, there were lots and lots of search engines. If today you do not like something, you will not use it on the net. It's the same thing like washing powder, or it's like, the soap that you use. You do not like a soap, you will not use it. The soap will not get popular. The company will make a loss. They won't sell the soap anymore. Same thing happens with websites too. You do not like a website, you will not use it. Automatically, either the website owner will improve the quality of the website, or he will just have to discard it, and something else will take its place. So that's basically why the internet is such a useful tool. Now let's look at what information can this useful tool provide us. Number one, general medical references. As an example, I've put neurocysticercosis over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this case of neurocysticercosis. Now, in the audience, I know there are lots of doctors, so I'm sure you guys know about it. But out of the patients, how many people know a term called neurocysticercosis? That's one. Informed patient. But you see what happens is, even my own sister, if I ask her this particular term, she looks at me blank in the face. So can you imagine how patients will be feeling when you tell them what's it called? A word which is so dangerous. But the internet can help you out with this. I went and searched for neurocysticercosis in a site which I will talk about in some time. And I find it referring to something called tapeworm infection. Now I think tapeworm infection is something which all of us can understand. The normal layman can understand what tapeworm infection is. So that's what the internet can do. It can basically help you get general medical references. You look at complicated words and the internet will help you tell you what it is. Side effect information. Now this is very, very serious stuff. You see, side effects can lead to something wrong happening to us as patients. Okay, we're talking about patients, not doctors. So now what happens is, let's look at two different types of side effect information, and these are common things. Okay, LASIK information, LASIK surgery has been one of the most commonly used surgeries in the last 10 years. Since 2001 till now, I think from the estimates, we're looking at almost about 500,000 LASIK surgeries were supposed to have been carried out. That's a huge number. Now, what I'm interested in knowing is, how many people know the side effects of LASIK surgery? Because from whatever adverts, whatever banners we have seen that where a surgeon says, you can come to me for LASIK surgery, I'll get rid of all the problems with your eyes, this is going to be not a problem, it's not that expensive anymore, things like that. But nobody is talking about the side effects. And that is information which a patient demands. We've all spoken about the information that is needed to be known to the patient. It's his right to information. Internet is a place where he can exercise the right whether anybody likes it or they don't. If you want to be looking for side effects of a LASIK surgery, in very simple terms, A single Google search will find you a page which will explain to you the disadvantages with graphics